want to say that I got a call. It was similar to what Isley said when they got inducted, but Josh came to my office and he said, "You need to call this number right now. They've been trying to get a hold of you." And I said, "What the hell did you do, Josh, this time?" And he said, "I don't know." And so we got that call, and that was such an honor. I just want to say that it's just an incredible honor to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for the San Angelo Stock Show and Rodeo. What a great day. And what a more important tribute and an honor is with this class that we are going in with. Just such great people, and it's an honor to be a part of you and have this day with you. It speaks volumes today of how our rodeo has grown over the years and the national recognition that it does have. Behind me today are 5 of my past presidents, our association's past presidents, our current president, 3 future presidents, and our rodeo manager. A little bit about San Angelo. It's definitely a cowboy town. Contestants love to come. I will tell you that you have to be on top of your game. I think our audience is as knowledgeable as the people at the NFR. And if you don't have a good day, you're gonna hear about it, but you're gonna hear when you do good as well. A lot of cowboys got their start there in San Angelo. It's awesome to see that our Coliseum was in some of those pictures today of contestants competing. But we've always believed in the cowboy. We have a 3-day grueling slack that's very expensive every year to have. But we believe that if you've got a card, you got a chance to win. And a lot of guys got their start in San Angelo, and we're very proud of that. We are a town of less than 100,000 people. We're very proud to be a rodeo that's been in the top 10 for the last several years. We're pushing the top 5. We're adding this year another 200,000 to our perf to hopefully get there, changing our format just a little bit. That's one thing about our volunteers there in San Angelo. We're always trying to make our rodeo better. We understand how important it is for professional rodeo to keep continuing to grow, and we try to do that every year and make it better. I want to say that we have a 30 board member volunteer board. A new president is elected every 2 years. Our board members are elected by a governing body of over 1,000 volunteers. Even though we are a small town of 100,000, we try to feel like we're a big fish at all times. In 1932, you heard earlier that Jay Cubberson Deal started our rodeo because he wanted to bring everybody together because they were in the Depression. He thought of a way, there's no better way than to bring all of our ranchers together and try to lift their spirits. If you come out to San Angelo to this day, you will see that spirit of joy that was instilled in that year is still there. People come every year and they see each other maybe once a year, but they socialize and the spirit of joy is raised. I will say that there has been challenges over the year. In 1943 and 1944, we didn't have any men in the town. It's because when Pearl Harbor hit, everybody went and enlisted. So we couldn't have a rodeo for 2 years. The San Angelo Stock Show Fairgrounds has survived a F3 tornado. They survived a fire that burned down all of the outside grandstands. Luckily, right before that in 1956, Helfrich made that picture, a billboard on the back of Sea Lion, and it's still the PRCA logo to this day. We're very proud of that as well. There's so many people that we need to thank today. The PRCA, the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame, for allowing us to get into here. Our sponsors that have been with us year after year to have our rodeo continue growing. I will say 15 years ago, we had a challenge where one of the largest rodeos, the top 5 rodeo, had to move on top of us and moved right on top of our short round, the biggest day of the year that we have. So that was when I was introduced to cinch. Dave Dean, along with Roy Limmel, Jessica Whaler, and another group came together and we came up with the cinch shootout format to replace that night so we wouldn't lose so many contestants. That ended up not being the biggest night of the year, but being exceeding more of our expectations, and to this day is still the fastest performance that we sell out our cinch championship night. We want to thank you for that, and all the rest of the sponsors that are always with us year after year. We had a lot of stock contractors over the year. years, Everett Colburn, Mr. Harry Knight, for over 40 years, put on our rodeo. Mike Servey and his sons put on our rodeo for over 30 years. And for the last 15 years, Pete Carr Pro Rodeo has been our stock contractor. And I'm going to echo what was said at the national finals, that nobody in the last decade has spent more money to improve the sport of rodeo than Pete Carr. And we're so thankful you're there with us, Pete. Another thing to have a good rodeo is you got to have a great announcer. I can't take credit. He was hired before me by one of my presidents that are standing behind, but Boyd Paul Hemus has been there for 25 years. I can tell you that his OCD has set into our volunteers, and they know the importance of being on time, being fast, and how important a production is. It's not just about the rodeo, but it's about production and entertaining the fans. And we do that, and we want to thank you, Boyd. And I also want to thank your wife, Sandy, because for all of those nights that we weren't perfect, she talked you off of the cliff, and we thank her just as much as we do you. Lisa Bailey of Montex Production has put on our video board and called our show for the last 20 years. Benji Bindley in the sound and the lighting. And of course, Hambone Hilton. He's been our sound boy for the last 10 years. And he's also a full-time employee, even though he does get to drive all over the country in the summer, the winter, and the spring. But he's increased our sponsorship so much, it's helped our rodeo grow year after year, and I can't thank you enough, Josh. On behalf of all of the volunteers for 9 decades, thousands and thousands of volunteers, I want to say, and the pioneers that are looking down right now, that have passed and are looking down at today's date, and they are just as proud as all the men that are standing up here today. We are deeply thankful to the Pro Rodeo Hall of Fame for this honor, and we look forward to carrying this tradition for generations to come. Thank you.